Smoke lines used to follow.
Yeah, so say I've got to do around. Cheers, buddy.
How are you? Your first one. Just so that you know, that camera is now live, but you don't want to see anything.
Don't stand here in our hairs.
Yeah. Don't say passed on. And I'm going to grab somebody for interviews as well.
Robert?
Yeah, we're on now. We're live now. So.
Okay, cool.
So, are you good?
Yeah, we're good. Oh, I tell you what,
Thanks. Okay, yeah. Hilarious. Right. I've got a little bit of a mobility problem because I've got lots of wires everywhere. It's difficult to carry them. Are you doing in the shed, in the bar?
Very quick.
It's not possibly to go.
I know, yeah, just
No, I'm not going yet.
Okay, here we are. It is the BOYD start. We're at the Mudcrew Rat Weekend. We're live on Facebook all weekend. We're live on YouTube all weekend. So you're probably watching on the Mudcrew Facebook page. So keep updates open on the Mudcrew Facebook page because we'll be live this evening for the start of the BOYD, and then later tonight at midnight for the start of the Plague. And then we'll be around the Plague course, and we'll be up at the top at the turnaround for the start of the 50k, the Black Rat. And then I'll try and catch some of the runners in the other races during the day tomorrow, and then we'll be back here for the finish of the Plague and the rest of the races tomorrow afternoon. So stay posted. We're not going to be live for the whole time, so we're going to log off and then log back on again, so you'll need to keep yourselves in the loop to know when we come back. Just keep your phone open or keep Facebook on, and you'll get a ping when Mudcrew goes live. So this is the BOYD's own area. This little section here, you can see, this is where the BOYD runners are allowed to stay. If you don't know what the BOYD is, what are you doing here? The BOYD is a crazy 24-hour event. The runners start and they'll go out and they'll do like a two-something mile loop and come back, and they have to do as many loops as they possibly can, as much elevation, as many miles as they possibly can. The winner, obviously, the person with the most miles. So they start at 7 o'clock this evening, so in about half an hour's time. Then at midnight, the Plague is a 100-kilometre race. That starts at midnight. Flares, drums, craziness. You'll want to stay up till midnight to see the start of that because it's absolutely mad and lots of fun. These guys are the BOYD runners. They are all dressed in grey vests. I have word that if they drop out, they have to burn their own vests, but I'm not sure if that's true. There's a fire here. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. We'll find out from Andy Ferguson, the race director, a bit later on. I'm going to try and grab a couple of BOYD runners to get interviewed in a second. I want to try and find Colin Bathe, who was the winner of this event last year, see if I can get him to come and talk to us. He might be a bit shy, because we know Colin doesn't like to talk on camera. Come here, you. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Colin Bathe, last year's BOYD winner.
2 years ago.
Oh well, yes, of course.
2 years ago. Undefeated in 2 years.
We've kind of forgotten about a year, haven't we? That we didn't do last year. Yeah, 2 years ago, 2019 was the first ever BOYD. If you don't know what BOYD stands for, by the way, bring out your dead. That's how tough this race is. Bring out your dead. Colin, so. How many miles did you do last year?
I did 16 laps of nominally 5 miles each, so that was 80 miles.
So it's 2.5 out and 2.5 back?
2.5 out, yeah.
Okay.
Except last year, Fergie decided that the course wasn't tough enough, so he's added on, I think it's roughly another quarter of a mile. So,
okay.
Onto the end of that. So last year wasn't quite 5 miles, it's definitely over 5 miles.
So actually we're not really going to be able to compare 2 years ago to this one.
No, but the course is going to be completely different as well. 2 years ago it was really, really muddy, and I'm thinking it's going to be that much drier this time.
Okay.
So difficulty-wise, probably about the same.
Although isn't it supposed to rain all day tomorrow?
It depends which forecast you look at. The one I got said that it might clear up at about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
But, which, this will be about sort of 3 to 10 rain.
Yeah.
It's sort of showery rain, so hopefully it's not too bad. But we'll see what it is.
So 16 laps last year, but it's slightly longer course this year. What's your aim? What are you hoping for?
I would like to match what I did 2 years ago, and that's going to be tough for me.
What's the elevation on the route that we've got this year?
I did 5,800 metres 2 years ago.
Okay, so 5,800 metres is about 15 to 17,000, 18,000 feet maybe, something like that.
Yeah.
If you work in feet, and if you work in feet, why? Metres. Metric is the way to go. Okay.
But the big thing is steps.
Okay, actual physical steps.
Physical Cornish coast path steps.
Why?
Which are some of that height, a lot of them are that height, and quite a few of them are broken. And covered in nice slick mud because the plague people.
So
all come
which is
through.
worse, going down or going up?
I would say both.
Okay.
You know, it's to start with.
Classic Colin answer, by the way. Which is worse? Both.
Both. To start with, when you start, when you start, your legs are good. Downhill is easy. Uphill is the hard bit.
Okay.
At the end of the 24 hours, your legs are shot. And the downhills are often the hardest bit.
Because your quads are erect.
Just burning. So, yeah, I think I'm right in saying both. It's
Okay, yeah.
different times, different bits, all the stuff. There are 350 steps from here to Blackhead, and 350 coming back. 700 round trip. It was 11,100, I think it was, or 11,300, something like that.
Right, and you do this for fun?
You do these sort of things. Yeah. I'm sure you answer the same way.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm back.
You're back. So
I'm back.
I know.
So I must
Okay.
have enjoyed it.
Last time, you counted your laps in a very interesting way. Tell us about that.
Halfway around the lap, I discovered it was very windy. On the first couple of laps, there was nothing, but the wind got up, and I discovered a whole load of apples had been blown off the tree and on the floor. And I thought, because you don't think about too much whilst running. And
No.
Anyway, so it's like, I know, I'll pick those up, and I use those as lap markers. So from then on, every lap, I was picking up an apple and bringing it back to here, and I ended up with a line of 16 apples to basically keep count.
So there's a little fence just over here, which is Colin's little corner, and so there were a line of little red and green apples just all along the fence, which was very funny.
Yes, however, there's a problem this year.
Right.
Mr. Ferguson doesn't like fun, and he considered collecting apples as too much fun.
He is miserable, Fergie, isn't he?
So
Yeah.
I don't know if it was exactly Fergie. He's just wandering down, but somebody has cut down the apple tree.
Oh no!
So there is no apple tree to collect apples from.
I'm sure that wasn't Fergie. Right. Okay. So you're gonna have to find something different, or just use your brain.
Back of that.
He's actually bought. And have you bought 16 apples with you?
Yeah, that was a question. I was one of last year's BOYD entrants, is Lee Treadgold, who unfortunately can't be here today. And I was speaking to him this morning as I was picking the apples off of our apple tree.
Yeah.
And I said to him, how many should I pick? I've got to pick 16.
Yeah, you do.
Because that's what I did before.
Yeah.
But if I'm picking 16, I've got to
You may as
pick
well pick 17.
So I picked 20.
Okay.
20 would be 100 miles.
Yeah.
I think anybody that does 100 miles on that course
In 24 hours.
in 24 hours is really something
That
special.
would be impressive. Yeah.
I'm very certain it's not going to be me. But,
So because
but
this
there
year.
are some people here that are really rather good.
Well, see, I heard Colin talking earlier on, and he's a bit worried about his defending his crown.
No, I'm not.
You're
I'm
not
worried. Not worried at all. I've
You
got
just
no
know,
chance.
you just got, no, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
Right. So point to me the person who you think is on for it this year, or one or two people.
There's Saipao, who
I'm going to get signs actually.
who has just done 100 miles in Hope 24,
Right.
winning it.
Yeah.
In some horrendous conditions.
Yeah.
So he was in the lead last time, but had to drop out. We've got Sam Downing,
Sam Downing.
who came third in the Traverse.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
45-mile Traverse. And I joined him on a training run for about 2 seconds whilst he disappeared off into the distance. There is a guy called Neil that I don't know.
Okay. A guy called Neil.
Was first and second in 2 years on the Arc 50.
Right.
So, and probably other people that I don't know their abilities of. So
I'm going to go and grab Si Powell. Yeah. Except he's now just walking off. Si, are you busy?
Just get this a bit more wrapped up because it annoys me a bit.
Oh, right, okay. Come back here in a minute.
All right, yeah,
I need to talk to you.
Okay.
All right.
Let's push on whether there's a drinking water top up.
Should be in there, I think.
yeah, there is.
Who else have we got?
I think the rest of us are all going through. We're going to.
Oh yes, race briefing is happening any second now, actually. So let's see if I can carefully and slowly carry the camera without knocking you offline to the race briefing. So bear with us. Jane, can I get your help?
Oh, I can do it up
Right.
the barn.
Yeah, because I'll tell you why. The power on this is for some reason quite sensitive.
Okay.
So
Just give it to me how you want me to carry it. And you're going to carry the tripod, yeah?
You can carry it like that. Just like, so that power just
Yeah.
goes off. Right. We're carrying you to the race briefing. Fingers crossed you stay on.
See them in there on registration.
Oh, music. Right, I'm just going to warn you, we might have copyright issues with music, so if the stream does go off, I apologise. We'll try and get it back on as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Hello.
If I talk lots, then hopefully the music will... we won't be able to hear the music, and it won't... Yes, please, if we can. That'd be really good. Thank you. Right, fingers crossed we're not going to get cut off. Fingers crossed we're not going to get the music cut off. Thank goodness for that. Fingers crossed we didn't get cut off. Sorry.
There is a copyright, right?
Sorry. Okay. Oh, there's a friend of ours, Ellie, up on the screen. wondering what's going on, this is about to be the BOYD race briefing. Race director Andy Ferguson will be in here in a minute to talk through what these BOYD runners are going to be going through. But we're just warming up the atmosphere with a little scary sound effects. While the BOYD runners are here, there's also the bar just behind, just to make them feel even worse. On the screen up there, they're showing Ellie Putali, who ran the Plague a couple of years ago. A film was made about her. I think they're showing that at the moment. Although obviously the sound isn't from that.
Welcome to the BOYD 24 Hour. There's not many of you left, is there? A lot of people entered, but you're the only ones that have turned up, so kudos to that. I think we had around about 40 odd entries this year, which was 3 times what we had last year, or something like that. But yeah, we had a lot of dropouts, a lot of people actually didn't fancy it when it came to it. I can't understand why, but yeah, this will be the shortest race brief you've probably ever heard. Okay, your task is simple. You'll cover the winners will be the ones that cover the most distance between Sanctuary out there and Blackhead. Picture Blackhead, which will come up on the screen in a minute. It's literally, I think you all know where Blackhead is. Anybody in the lead that doesn't know where Blackhead is? Everybody knows where Blackhead is. It's, we'll just come across, if you get those 2 crosses up, Jacob. That is Blackhead. You will come across it, it's by a big stone. Those 2 crosses are for everybody else but you. Unfortunately for you guys, you've got to run through there, out, down and out to that headland, the other side. I was marking the course and thought, oh, there's a big steep drop the other side of Blackhead, so I thought I'd put the turnaround right at the bottom of that steep drop just for fun. So Jacob, can you just show that? That is what you've got to touch, and that's what your GPS trackers will track you to, okay? So you've got to get to there, which is other side of Blackhead, down the other side, you've got a lovely view of the ocean, it's almost lapping at your feet, it's quite nice. Touch there, turn around, and do it again. It's as simple as that. As simple as that. Rules, simple, no stopping for more than 10 minutes anywhere on the course, including sanctuary. So 10 minutes is your most. Anywhere on the course, if your tracker, we've got people watching the trackers, anybody that's tracked, that's stopped for more than 10 minutes will be disqualified, anywhere on the course, okay? So no going for a sleep out at Blackhead or anything like that, because you'll be DQ'd, okay? So we have got somebody watching you for 24 hours, we'll do questions in a sec, so okay? No outside assistance at all from anybody, okay? So anybody giving you a drink, anything at all, just completely help yourself, self-sufficient. It's brutal, it's what it is, okay? That's it, 7 o'clock tonight till 7 o'clock tomorrow, really. Question?
Yeah, 10 minutes in total, out on the course and back.
No, 10 minutes at a time. Yeah. Yeah, we just... it's brutal, but not that brutal. Although, it's always next year. Yeah, so, Colin?
Yeah, you changed the rules regarding the very last lap.
Absolutely, yes. When 24 hours is up, that is the cut-off, and that is where you'll be tracked to, and your distance will be, that will be the distance you're at. So if you're out of Blackhead, and you just have to walk back.
Yeah, you don't have to complete
No? No, absolutely not. Yeah. If it's, you know, if you've done 23 hours, 20 minutes, and you're back here and you don't fancy another bit, then that's it, you can stay here. You don't have to go out again. Okay, everybody tell me that is your total distance of 24 miles, and the tracker guys will be, your distance will be tracked at 7 o'clock on Saturday night. Okay? Sorry? Yeah, 10 o'clock, 7 o'clock, if you're still going. Okay? 7 o'clock, just turn right wherever you are. Okay, we've got some really good athletes here this year as well, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. How many ladies have we got there? 3, 4 ladies. 4 ladies for 3 trophies. There's an incentive. Okay, so there's a slight one other rule which we're going to introduce this year. Anybody that refuses to continue, okay, those lovely grey vests you've got on, part of the rules, and the only other rule is that fire pit that you thought was to keep you warm in sanctuary, we wouldn't be that nice, okay? So if you refuse to continue, you have to go into sanctuary, and I'm afraid you have to burn your vest yourself on the fire. Okay? So that's another little incentive. If you want to take that vest home with you, you've got to keep going for the full 24 hours. Oh, and apparently we've given you cold and hot water. Luxuries. So yes, there is hot water and cold water. Okay? Toilets. Toilets. You know the other side of Blackhead where that drop is into the sea? There's your toilet. But no, the toilets are literally next to sanctuary. Okay? But no more than 10 minutes on the loo one. Alright? So if you're constipated, look out. Right, we're going to just give you a few minutes and then we're going to lead you out. So just stay there, listen to some drums and some music. We're going to lead you out in 5 minutes' time, alright? Just get your thoughts. Anything you need to finally get and come back in here, and we're going to proceed out to the start line.
to Sanctuary, I think. Got it?
Yeah.
If we just go to where I was before, and I'll just turn the camera around. Okay, so that was the race briefing. So they're starting in 10 minutes' time. So we will just get ourselves in position by the start line and see them off. And we will be back on again later tonight for the start of the Plague. Thank you, Jane.
No problem.
So this is Sanctuary. You can see all these plastic boxes here. These are where the Plague runners will keep all their necessaries, changes of clothing, food. They are totally self-sufficient, so they cannot rely on anyone else. No one else can come into Sanctuary. No one can give them food, drinks or anything, so they have to have everything they're going to need with them in this area, and that's all they get. So some of them have got pretty big boxes of stuff to last them the whole time. They do have toilet facilities, and they do have there is a tap in there, isn't there? So they do have a tap so they can fill up water, but that's it.
We're not allowed hugs.
Not allowed hugs? No, certainly not allowed any hugs. And I don't know if you heard the race briefing. If they drop out, they have to burn that grey vest on the fire. So they don't get to take it home. If they drop out, they don't get to take it home with them.
Right, Stephen.
Hiya, how are you?
Yeah, very good. You?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
They want to get down here.
And then just, you know,
So we are in an absolutely beautiful location here. This is the barn where we had the race briefing, and we can turn around. St Austell is in the distance over there, and round here is the rest of the camping site, and there is our beautiful view. This might be the only sunshine you get, so I think tomorrow we think it may be pretty rainy most of the day, so let's hope not. But we are in a beautiful location. So this is the event village. Over there you can see where you get breakfast in the morning and coffee and burgers and that kind of thing. And the BOYD runners are about to come out of the barn and head to the start line. Occasionally I will look at chat, so hello everyone watching. Hello to Lee Hammond, David Black, Pat O'Flattery, Julie Black, Zoe Fisher, hello Lisa Ann McNaughton, Clive Finnemore, hello to you, Carrie Ann Glenister, Dan Cox, Kenza Thorne, Mo Powell, Joanne Turner, Hilary Head, hello guys, nice to have you with us. We'll be here all weekend for the BOYD, the plague, the black rat, the red rat and the white rat. Like lambs to the slaughter, here they come. The vest has been burned. and they're off. That is the Boyd. There's not many of them. How many will there be at the end? Away they go. They have 2.5 miles to run out and 2.5 miles to run back. Nice to see you. So the runners run down through that wooded area that you can see right in front of you there, and then we should see them actually appear. I think they appear across here somewhere, but let's have a look. There they are, yes. So there they go over this field. Look. Now that is a view, isn't it? That is a beautiful view of the plague runners, of the Boyd runners rather, off on their journey. They have 24 hours to do as many laps as they can.
Right, I'm going to miss a minute. Take care.
No, it's miles away. It's over there.
What? Literally miles?
Well, no, it's about 250 metres away, but it's out of sight. You won't be able to see it.
Can you point me in the direction it is? Right there. This way?
Yeah.
Can I have a look on there to see me? Oh my god.
That's the plague runners down there. The Boyd runners, rather.
Can they hear us?
Yes, everyone can hear you, Alice. Okay, so that's about the distance that we can go, so we'll come back to the campsite, which is here. So this is the campsite. We will have a live speaker tonight. I may be able to live stream that from the barn. So keep your eyes and ears peeled to see if we live stream that. I'll have a word with Andy Ferguson and see if we can do that. Otherwise, we will be back around 11:30 tonight for the start of the Plague, the 100-kilometre race, and that will be starting at midnight, well, around about midnight, and we'll be live from around about 11:30, I would have thought. We'll stay on here for a little bit. You can soak up a bit of the atmosphere of the camp while I go and get myself a drink. I don't know.
Nice to meet you at last.
Yes,
the legend that is Mr. Cousins.
So, what are you doing today then?
32.
Okay, the black.
Yes, yeah.
All right. So I should be there to see you start.
Excellent.
Last year, I got in the car. I decided I would drive all the way over to see sleep in the car, wake up in time to see the leader of the play come in and go. And well, I slept through it. Didn't I woke up just in time for the start of the 50K. Andy, have you got a minute?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you back on me. Yeah. I see it.
Right. So, how was that? That was the start of the BOYD?
Yeah, enjoyed that. That was good fun. Yeah, I like the ritual burning of the... yeah, sort of doing that for 24 hours though, man.
Who for you might stand out today then in the BOYD?
The guy whose name completely
escapes you. Neil
me.
somebody?
Neil Martin.
Yeah.
That's it. Neil Martin, who did very well on the Arc of Attrition. Very, very well. Podium twice from memory. He will do very well. He's the quickest.
Quickest doesn't always...
Absolutely, no. Don't rule out Colin.
Yeah, he's not confident.
He's not confident, no, because the athletes, there's a lot better athletes in there this
Cy
year.
Powell?
Cy, he's not He's not Neil's standard, but Si'll do well.
Yeah.
Si's a very good runner and a very good ultra runner, which he's proved in the past. So, yeah, my money's on Neil.
But anything can happen in 24
and
hours.
Sam Downing. Sam Downing's got a good chance as well.
Yes. Colin pointed Sam Downing out as well, actually.
Sam's got a good chance. Sam's a good runner. So, yeah, girls could be. It's a real open book. Any of them that keep going, really.
Yeah.
I was looking at them. They're probably all around about the same pace.
Okay.
So, yeah, whoever's got the head for
So
it.
we'll see who is who's still out there at 7 o'clock tomorrow. The Plague at 12 o'clock. Who do you see as front runners in the Plague? Who have we got running in the Plague this year?
We've got 3 very strong males. We've got Tristan from our ultra team.
Tristan Stevenson, yeah, okay.
And we've got Ellis Bland.
Oh yes, okay, gosh.
Ellis Bland, yes.
Ellis Bland is a very, very good fell runner, and has recently done the Bob Graham, hasn't he?
He attempted a double Bob Graham.
Double Bob Graham.
That's right. Yeah, didn't finish.
Okay.
But he was doing very well when he stopped.
Okay.
And we've got Andy Barry.
Right.
As well, who's from the Lakes. Very, very good runner. I think I'm right in saying he was second at the Lake Sky Ultra, and he did very well. Podiumed at Glencoe Skyline as well.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, which is a
wow.
very
Well, that's a top
race.
elite race, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So that is a stellar male lineup,
Yeah.
because I mean Tristan's been breaking records all over the place, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
Every race he enters, he wins and breaks the course record. It
He's
seems.
still my favourite, but Ellis thinks he can do this in 10 hours.
Okay. Yeah, and a good time would be 11 to 12, wouldn't it? So 10 would be.
Absolutely.
Mind you, having said that, I would say Tristan's capable of 10 hours as well.
Absolutely. I think the course record could go. Everything's been newly trimmed out there. We had our worries earlier in the week because it was completely overgrown, but we approached the council, and to be fair to the council, they come up trumps, and they had teams of
good for
strimmers
them.
out there all week, which yeah, I didn't think it could be done in a week, but they've done it.
So the course is looking good.
Looking good.
Rain though.
Yeah, well that's not
They have to
such a
cope
bad
with it,
thing.
don't they?
Yeah, it will be dryish tomorrow.
And what about girls?
Girls, I think Lydia Paul, who did well on the Arc 50. She podiumed on the Arc 50. She had a strong run at the Classic Quarter. She won the Classic Quarter back in June. The Una Miles, I think, will do quite well. She won from memory the Climb Southwest Coast to Coast. And there's a local girl from Falmouth called Holly Holmes, who's not sure how proven she is over 100k. I think it's her first 100k, but she's winning, doing very well in local distance races, trail races. So if Holly performs over 100k like she does at shorter distances, then she'll certainly be up there. And there's a lot of people on that list I don't know.
Yeah.
We had 320 entries for the Plague, and we are down to 160 starters. That's how many deferrals and people that just haven't done the training. And
How much do you think is people who haven't done the training? How much do you think is people who are still a bit worried about COVID and the
well, we've had a
lockdown
lot
issues?
of people. We've had this week, we've had 40 people pinged.
Right, okay.
And they're pulled out for
Yeah.
being pinged. So out of, total entries were somewhere in the region of 1,300, and we'll be down to less than 1,000 starters.
Okay.
Plus who don't turn up.
That's 1,000 over the whole weekend, by the way.
weekend,
There's obviously there's the black rat, there's the red rat, and the white, and the Plague. Guest speaker today?
Guest speaker Kim Collinson. He's had a lovely trip down from the north.
Oh, has he?
Yes.
You say that with sarcasm. Has he not had a lovely trip
He's
down?
not had a lovely trip
Oh,
down,
dear.
but he's made it. So yes, he'll be.
Tell us about Kim Collison. I mean, many people will know a lot about him, but just for those who don't know who Kim Collison is.
Kim is. I first met Kim in Transvolcania, actually, in the bus stop at Transvolcania, and from memory, I had no idea who he was. He was just waiting for a bus, and he had a race T-shirt on, and I just, I said to him, how'd you do? Oh, English. How'd you get on? He said, yeah, I did all right. Yeah. I went, oh, yeah. What sort of time you were? I said, how did you get on? He went, yeah, I was 11th. And I was like, I don't know, 1,100 and something, or something like that. I thought that was all right. So very modest guy,
Yeah.
very talented guy.
And just so you know, I mean, if you don't know Transvolcania, it's a race over in the Canary Islands. It's a 76 kilometres. It's brutal with 4,500 metres of ascent, and anyone who does it in under 10 hours is pretty phenomenal, to be honest.
Yeah, and Kim won the Arc of Attrition in 2019. Yes, 2019. Course record holder, Arc of Attrition. He had a phenomenal run, navigating by map all the way.
Yeah, that was hilarious to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, Kim's doing the 50k. He'll have some really stiff local opposition. There's one guy in particular, Jamie Stevenson, who's gunning for him.
So this is Tristan Stevenson's brother.
They're all ridiculously talented brothers.
And all ridiculously intelligent as well. So Jamie's a doctor. And so he's running the 50k, and he'll be fighting for a podium place with Kim Collison.
Yeah.
What time is the talk?
The talk is round about 9:30.
Are we allowed to take them in with us?
Absolutely, you can. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So if we can get the camera in there and there's a good signal, we'll let you all listen to Kim Collison's talk, and he's well worth listening to be honest, isn't he?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Andy.
No worries. Thank you.
Cheers. Speak to you later.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Later.
So that's Andy Ferguson, who I'm sure you all know is the race director of the Rat Weekend here, and full race director of Mudcrew as a whole. You can see over there Jane, who's another one of the race directors, and there's another Andy over there. They're all wearing T-shirts that I should have. I want a T-shirt. We're supposed to be getting free T-shirts. I want a free T-shirt.
You got Andy into trouble.
Did I?
Yeah, you called him in camera typer.
What? Andy Gandry? Right.
Come on.
Honestly, you've got me. My phone's been going ping, ping, ping.
You're still on, you know.
I must have been drinking my pints than talking to the boy.
Right, this is Andy Gandry, who is a stalwart of volunteering for Mudcrew, and
this one's coffee.
I've got him in trouble because I caught him earlier on with a pint in his hand.
And his better half wife.
So do we need to advertise Gandry's estate agents now that you're on?
Absolutely. The first sponsors of the plague, of course.
Were you really?
Yeah. We sponsored the first plague and the first the 32.
Wow. Okay, I did not know that.
The first two events. Yeah.
Oh well, so you are allowed to advertise.
I am allowed to advertise. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
And
then.
I've done quite a number of Mudcrew events over the years. So
yeah. So you've got a bit of leeway.
I've got a bit of leeway. Yeah.
Good. You're not running this weekend?
No, I'm checkpoint manager at Pentuan this weekend, so I'm early morning shift.
Which one is Pentuan?
So the first checkpoint on the plague, so 4.5 miles out.
Okay.
And the last checkpoint on the plague as well, so...
Yeah, but that's quite a fun checkpoint to be at the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially if it's nice weather.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're the checkpoint with the 700 ice pops in the freezer that everybody wants to have, and of course we're set up in the beer garden of the local pub, so... Yeah, it's a fun checkpoint.
I don't think we'll bring the camera there because by the time the lead runner gets to there, I'll need to be here because they'll be back in a flash, won't they?
Well, and interestingly, I've just heard that we might need to set up a bit earlier because the anticipated
they're going to be quick.
The lead runner this year. Normally we wouldn't open till 9, and we might need to be there at 8 tomorrow morning because there's a strong chance that they'll be through there by 8:30, 8:45.
Yeah, they're going to be quick.
They are going to be quick. Yeah.
All right, so I won't see you there tomorrow morning. We're going to be at the turnaround of the plague early in the morning, and we're going to be there for the start of the 50k, and then we'll try and jump into 1-8. What would you, if we were to go to an aid station halfway along, what do you reckon would be a decent one to go to?
Cahays, which is halfway.
The one with the tent?
Yeah. By the beach.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of parking, so you'll get quite a few supporters will be there. And supporters are allowed there, so you'll have a really good atmosphere.
Okay, so we might go to Cahays tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the ideal halfway point.
Thanks, Andy.
No problem at all. Nice to see you.
Right. Okay, so I think... What's the time? It is 7:20 in the evening. We could leave you here if you'd like to just watch for a little bit. There's no reason why we can't just leave you here to have a look around. But if you want action, running action, we will be back towards midnight for the start of the Plague. And then a little bit later on this evening, we're going to stream from the barn Kim Collison's talk. Yeah, I saw Jason as well.
They're going to be like,
yeah.
Where's your sister? He's way back there. Do it by Oh,
I'm only doing the one lap. That's it. Minutes, isn't it? That's the first play.
running to a bar. He went.
Unless he only went like halfway and goes, right, go down there, get some beer, come back.
We were coming up the steps.
Hi, Stephen.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. You've been busy, haven't you?
Editing the picture.
Are you?
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Can't do it this time. So, gotta left mine. Well, I've just got to get it done, haven't I? So, just got to go out and do it.
That is the way it is. You just have to get it done.
No, don't interview. But I've gone and left my CP checkpoint thing in the car, and it's like, do I go all the way back round to get it, or
You'll regret it. I think you'll regret it if you don't.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. How often, I've always carried one, but how often do I look at it?
Yeah.
Go back and get it. I'm sure I've done 60 miles just walking back and forward from the car to get my camping bit.
Do you want to post those then? That's, I've deleted everything that isn't going on. And just say Andy's desperate to get someone in and say you haven't been playing.
Pop up on my thing in a minute, I reckon. Wait for it.
We've got Andy and Gandry in trouble. Caught on camera drinking a pint.
Oh dear. Somebody's make sure messaging in.
Have a look when we come back.
Yes. He's got drone envy. I didn't pick one up when I spoke.
What's that?
I can't remember where it was. I didn't pick one up. I noticed all your comments on. I don't know if they do.
Yeah, there we are.
I'll have to say to Susie, when you registered, do you pick one up? I can't pick one up, so I don't know where it's going to go. Doesn't matter. They'll probably give it to us in a bit.
Thanks for you now. One lap.
Showing the coach partner back twice.
What, did you go with them?
2-8. Yeah, let them down. Yeah, let them down.
Did you see the drones?
All right.
Followed you down.
Thank you very much.
Quite high up. Because actually, when you get over this tree line, it drops down. But I didn't. I kept the drone so high. Quite high up. Right, actually, what I'll do is just double step in. No, oh, right, okay. Your social media manager, get on. Well, as your manager, oh, you get it done.
Typical manager, you got an answer for everything. Never catch him out, can you? We are both doing it, yeah. Not usually, no.
Oh, there's my bunch.
Hello. Hello, gang. Nice to meet you. No, we're definitely not. That would be bad. I like that first photo of the place. So put that one and then immediately the other one. Right, I think I'm going to take you on a little tour around the campsite, so you can have a look at what's going on around the campsite, and then I need to find out what time Kim Collison's talk is so that we can make sure we don't miss that. But it's usually about 8 o'clock, 7:30, something like that. So let's do that.
I mean, it's easy to say that now, but I know when you get going, the first bit, there's no rules anyway. It's not hard. And then when you get to their head, the first big challenge, that's when you just say, that's it, then that.
Okay, fingers crossed we keep a good signal, and I'll try not to go too near the music because that will get us taken off air for copyright issues. So before it gets dark is what we want to do. We want to just have a look around, don't we? So there's the teepee. If it was really, really hot or if it pours with rain, everybody's going to go in there. Hello there. Varga Hats.
How's it going?
Very well, thank you.
You're live on television, Josh.
Yeah, he's on TV.
TV's this.
You're on Mudcrew's Facebook page.
Not your usual.
No, you're not on BBC One or anything.
This live stream. Do not swear.
Yeah. Hello there, how's it going?
Yeah, not bad, you?
What are you doing?
The black.
The black, okay, the 32.
Yeah,
nice. And he's wearing his UTMB top as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
I do like a gilet.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, we all like a gilet, look.
I also like these hats.
Yeah, no, good, aren't they?
So I think, which colour do you think suits me, Sid? Are you asking the Facebook audience?
Well, it depends. I think if it's going to go with this...
The grey with the yellow underside. The one side. One side. Yeah, there's the one side. That's the one to match the finisher.
Is Becca here?
No, she's not. She's not feeling up for it this
Oh,
this
okay,
year, so,
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
difficult decision last minute, really. She's
Yeah,
had,
yeah.
difficulty with work and family problems. And she's got some muscle atrophy in her shoulder. She's got that taped up
Yeah.
and a few needles. So
Okay.
decided she didn't want to beat her body up for 20 hours.
No, absolutely,
It
fair
happens,
enough.
doesn't it, sometimes?
Yeah, okay. I'll see you in a minute.
Well done on that thing you done the other.
The Spanish stupid thing. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, so that's Varga Hats. And we've got food. So we've got the Thai cuisine. We're very lucky that it's not raining. Quite a number of times we've come here on a Friday evening to the Rat Weekend and it's pouring with rain on a Friday and then it gets brighter and sunnier on Saturday and Sunday. It might be the other way around this year, so nice and bright and sunny in the evening on the Friday, but then pouring with rain on the Saturday. So there's your Thai cuisine, Thai food for your evening meal. Kerno Forno, what have they got? Cornish salami, margarita pizza, garlic bread, pulled pork with red onions and mozzarella. So pizzas is what you've got here. Pizzas and burgers, cheesy chips, Liddicoats burger, or halloumi burger. All fired, look. That's a good fired oven. As we get closer to the music that's going to get us taken off air. And here's where you get your coffee and your milkshakes and your cookies. Right, so that's a tour of the food and the various tents that are here. We won't go in the barn because there's loud music playing, but you've already been in there. There are loads of tents scattering around the area, and then there are these wooden pods. See where the biffa bins are? Those are wooden pods which you could hire to sleep in as well. A little bit more upmarket than your standard tent. And here's Dave.
That's Dave.
Hello, mister.
Hello.
Don't swear, you're live.
I've never...
You've never sworn in your life, don't give me that.
I was going to tell one of your videos, but I'm not sure.
Dave is going to be sweeping. What are you sweeping?
First half of the plague.
The first half of the plague. So you're finishing at St Anthony's Head. How are you getting back here?
Don't know yet.
But you think that's going slow, but actually the first half of the plague has got some pretty tight cut-offs, which nearly caught me out one year. So you still have to go a little bit, don't you, on the first half?
Yeah, the best thing to do is get to the turnaround point before the 32 milers start.
Yeah, that is it. And then you've just got the joy of them all steaming past you.
But it gives you the extra boost.
Yeah. Okay, well, have a good one, Dave.
I will do, mate.
Cheers.
Luckily, I'm only doing the sweep this time.
Yeah, well, you'll regret it. You'll wish you were doing the full thing when you see them all going.
Done it twice. No, I won't.
You and me both, mate. Now, I don't know if I can take you inside registration because the signal might go. But what I'll do, I'll get my other half to check the stream, and so we'll go in, and if the signal's not good, we'll come back out again. So here we are back at the start line. There's sanctuary for the BOYD runners, and this is registration now for the for everything. So if you're going to register for a race, you would come in here. And it's a hive of activity in here. So hopefully we've got some signal, but my wife will let me know immediately if we haven't got a good signal. So here are the trophies. This is kit check. So these guys here, you'll put your bag on the table. You will be asked to show certain items. Once you've shown your items, you will get a token, and you'll be able to go and get your number. So, cupless race. So that's a Hydra Pack cup there that you can see. Mobile phone and taped seams jacket. So that looks like an OMM Kalenji jacket. So every runner is required to have some mandatory kit, certain kits that they must take with them on the run. It is a night run, so obviously head torch will be one of those things, some way of hydrating yourself, some warm clothing in case you do need it during the night, or at any time if you fall and injure yourself, you're not moving. When you stop moving, you start to get cold, even if it's a warm day. So you are required to have things like long sleeve jackets, long sleeve trousers, things like that, in case you need them. And as we know, if you kept up with the news, there was a disastrous event in China a few months ago, which brought home to everyone the importance of having mandatory kit. Even if you think you don't need it, even if you think you won't need it, you need to bring it with you. You need to have it because it could save your life. You well? Good, nice to see you. Sorry? Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at the numbers here. So the plague runners have green numbers. Black runners have black numbers. Red numbers have red numbers. And also the plague is unique because the plague is 100 kilometres. They wear green vests, and that signals to the marshals, to the volunteers and to the supporters that they are plague runners. They're doing the big mileage, they're doing the 100k, and they get extra special help from the volunteers. They are treated like gods among runners when they turn up wearing that green shirt. Thank you very much. 50k black runners, 20-mile red runners, and 11-mile. Is it 11 miles for the white rat? So the red rat is 20 miles. The white rat is 11 miles. Perfect if you're just starting out for trail running, and you want to have a taste of what it's like to run on the trails, especially the coast path in Cornwall, the UK. Some of the toughest trails you'll find. And if you want a starter race to get you into trail running, either the red or the white rat would be excellent starters to teach you how to run on trails. And they go off tomorrow morning. Can't remember exactly what time, but sometime around 10 or 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, the red and the white rat will start. Merchandise, if you want to get yourself a rat pint glass, or a rat t-shirt, a rat hoodie, a rat buff. They're all available to buy here, and I think you can pre-order. You could have pre-ordered them as well when you signed up to the race. And I'm supposed to get a helper T-shirt somewhere, but I don't know where I get that from. Where do I get my event support T-shirt?
Jane with the high vis over there.
Jane, I'll go and ask Jane for my hat. Right.
Yes, fine. Yes, you can't put a camper anywhere.
Jane, am I allowed a very important special event support team T-shirt?
Yes.
You're live, so don't say no.
Don't know. Yes, you are. There's for all 4 of you.
All 4 of us. Good Lord. Okay, brilliant. All right then. More kit check going on here. So checking head torch and spare battery in the head torch in case your main battery goes wrong. And look, this is my lovely prize.
2 children small.
2 children small, 1 adult medium, I think. And I think, what do you think Victoria is?
Well, I'm small and she's smaller than me, so.
Okay.
3 small, 1 medium.
Yeah.
They're wrong, come back.
Yeah, okay. And there we go. So I've now collected my lovely T-shirts. And to be honest, when we get these, we actually treasure them because we've had support T-shirts from various Arc of Attrition races, hoodies, and Victoria always... I wear my hoodie, Victoria wears her hoodie, and we really enjoy supporting Mudcrew events. And so they are a source of pride when we put them on. So that's your tour of the registration area. Okay, so I think we're going to sign off. And we will come back a bit later on for the live talk with Kim Collison later on this evening. So thanks for watching. We will see you all again. Do we know what time the talk is? Kim's talk?
No, because I haven't seen Kim yet. So
he is here apparently.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, apparently.
I need to find him. I'll let you know as soon as I know.
Okay, brilliant. Right, so as soon as we know, we'll let you know, and we'll be on for that a bit later on. Hello to Stephen Law. He says great coverage, drone shots are excellent. Mo Powell says good luck, Simon. I think Cy Powell must be Mo Powell, Simon's brother or sister, I guess. Mo could be male or female, couldn't it? Sally Fletcher says good luck everyone. Tom Marshall, have a great rat. Bernie Price says good luck, Billy Price. Andrew Gibbons, Dave, is it working hard? And Clive Finnimore, it's always about the shirt. Yes, it is always about the T-shirt.
pissed.
Okay. Okay, the latest update I have for you. Kim Collison will be talking here at the Rat Weekend live at between 9 and 9:30. So probably closer to 9:30, I would have thought. So we will definitely sign off now, and we'll be back sometime between 9 and 9:30 for Kim Collison live in the barn. So we'll hear what Kim has to say then. Thanks very much for watching. I am occasionally keeping an eye on chat in Facebook. I haven't looked at chat on YouTube yet, but if you're watching on YouTube, hello and thank you. But I will have a look at chat on Facebook again shortly. I'll respond. If you want to ask any questions later on, please do, and I'll try and remember to get to chat. And if you want to say hello to anybody as well, then please feel free to do so. We'll try and get to those at some stage. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. We'll see you a bit later.